We're here. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Real Life Live, and you can see we're talking baseball today, and what we're talking about are the teams that are on the board there. That would be Baltimore on the left, St. Louis on the right. And then it's baseball season now. You know, 1st of February, so we'll be talking from here on out for baseball, and we'll be talking about other things. But it's a theme now, starting February 1st. Now, as we talk about Baltimore, let's keep in mind that they just got sold for 1.7 billion. So they have new ownership. So, but we're talking about the baseball side of things. They just got an ace pitcher. They just got Corbin Burns from Milwaukee. Okay, and this is a top pitcher. I'm in the National League Central, excuse me, in St. Louis. And I've seen Burns quite a bit. He gets uh, he gets hit sometimes, but most of the time, he's pretty effective. So that's a good pitcher. They got one of the top, in the National League. So good deal for Baltimore. And but I'll tell you though, his earned run average is kind of going up every year. For the last four. And but you know, strike striking out people, at a right, I mean, high rate. So, uh, top pitcher, So I think so. Who did Baltimore give up? And well, they gave up again infielder by the name of Ortiz. He hit like 321, but that's in the minors. I'm just getting a kind of like a sketch of things with him because getting things off the top here, and so he had a good year in AAA, but AAA doesn't translate all the time to big league. So uh, we'll just have to wait and see on that. So that's a minor league player. Now the other guy that was D.L. Hall. He's a left-handed pitcher now. Um, he was with Baltimore last year, so he 3.2 at 2.6 earned run average. Decent. But here's the thing: Baltimore didn't give up nobody that they really didn't want to give up. For instance, Jackson Holiday. Now he's coming up. Now that's the top guy. That's that Matt Holiday's son. We know him. Here. Okay. Well, if I was Milwaukee's GM, that'd been the first guy that I wanted. But I can see, with the contract, Burns being in the walk year, and there's not a lot of leverage there. So maybe they got what they could. So all right, but as we're talking about Baltimore though, they won 101 games I think last year. So and there has not been a drop off. Now we're going to look at all the teams in depth as we go, but looking at them, just from the outside, you know, have they lost anybody? No, they got all the players they had last year, like Rushman and the young ones, Henderson, just and they got the young. They say he's gonna be an ace pitcher, Rod Reguis, I think his name. Yeah, Rod, let's call it. Okay, so they think he's gonna be a top pitcher. We'll see, but yeah, as far as Baltimore goes, that's why they're the top story today because of that deal they made with Milwaukee and got that top pitcher. So let's look out, and we'll be uh, tracking them as well this year. As we think they'll probably be a playoff team. So, uh, good deal, Baltimore. As far as Milwaukee, I don't know. They kind of, they got what they could get. They're saying that the Hall, though, the lefty starter, they're projecting him as starter. So they, but they're thinking he might be a starter. He wasn't that, in Baltimore. So they might they're trying to do something new, hoping it'll work out, and then they can say, hey, we made a good deal. All right, so we'll see how that goes. All right, but as we wrap up with Baltimore right now, yeah, good deal, a great deal to get ace pitcher because that was just what they needed. Now they got ace. We'll see how they do this year, but we'll see if they can sign him or do they want to sign him after the year is over. So, but starting this year, Baltimore they were up, they were on top last year, and they'll be up there this year as well. So all right, we'll leave them right now, and we will go to the helmet on the right, and that would be the St. Louis Cardinals. And yeah, they're doing they're doing a lot of things, but they always do. They do things, but they don't do a lot of things. They what they like to do. They like to, tease. Okay, we're thinking about doing this. We might do this. We're thinking about getting this picture. We're talking about this guy. We're working with the agent on this guy. Never doing nothing. You got the one guy, Gray. Okay. So, we're looking at some things, I'm looking at this one story where they're saying they want to make Dylan Carlson and Tommy Edmond, they don't want them to switch it anymore. Switch hitters in baseball are the great, the ultimate. If you can do it, I guess what they're saying is, hey, they can't do it. Okay, so that's what they're saying. You can't do it. So we want you. I think it's Edmund. He he gets all of his power on the right. I think. Oh, the lefty. I think that's Tommy Edmund and Carlson. I think it's from the left too. So we'll see how that goes. But that's hey, Cardinals are always trying to do something. But what are you doing? Okay, for you said you got a bullpen guy. I saw that the other day. But these games, these pitchers. I mean, even a guy like Aroldis Chapman, he was out there. I mean, he signed this with Cincinnati. I mean, hey, you need help all over. Cardinals, you was 20 games under. Okay, so now I'm looking at they were talking about now. Well, we're seeing in the minors a lot of first basemen. Okay, well let's get to the bottom of that. Goldsmith, this is his last year. He's out of here. Goldie's gone. Okay, and by the way, that deal now, it didn't work out. It didn't. I graded it out. Well, right now, see, you know, with Goldsmith, because he's not. We ain't done anything with him. Okay, he had a good year on paper, you know, last year or when he won the MVP. But then here comes the playoffs. did nothing, disappeared. Okay, so here's what I've been saying. But Goldsmith, he's been talking this spring, and they've been talking, and he was like vague, and they've been vague. Here's Mo. I don't believe nothing coming. This guy, I don't know. I'm just not his biggest fan. So he's always, all this, uh, so-called wisdom. But all the other GMs, hey, come on, Mo, we're waiting on you. Come on, yeah, we need some more, some of your talent, and we give you, you know, some garbage. Okay, so now as we look at the Cardinals, okay, they really, I don't think they've improved. They really have not. And now when you're talking about Goldsmith, you know, he's going to be. This is his last year. We don't know what you're going to get, but I know one thing: the Cardinals ain't going to the World Series. So they're trying to get back to 500. 20 games under. That was a horrible. Whew, boy, you don't see that here. And that Goldie deal, Goldsmith, that deal was a failure. Okay, and by the way, in Arizona, they got Christian Walker. He got MVP votes. I think he did. Yeah, so they replaced Goldsmith with him. Now he was kind of tentative in the playoffs. First year. But hey, they went all the way to the World Series. I think so. Yeah, okay. Arizona. Okay, all right. So that deal failed. All right. So as we look at the Cardinals, we will come back on that and them. But I was looking at this with this. Hey, now they were working with Edmund and Carlson, and the outfield is they graded them as far as production, one of the least effective outfields in Major League Baseball. So we're gonna come back and we wanted to talk about some of the things in the Cardinals and talk about the O's, because they was the headlines today, and then we came back and talked about a little bit of the Cardinals. So we'll be back. This is the Major League Baseball board, and when you see that, and with the helmets, we're talking baseball. All right, and we'll be back. This is Real Life Live.